Thus, can you review Madame Lazul? Oh, the new priest legendary, huh? 3
Can
mana.
you bring back old toast Pogu?
Oh, I should do this review as old toast. Alright, fine. Hey guys, it's me, disguised toast. Today, we're gonna check out some of these new cards. I think there's been 4 new cards since we last did a card reaction. So let's get right to it.
Ha, this guy's toast.
First up, we have Madame Lazul. 3 mana, 3/2. Battlecry, discover a copy of a card in your opponent's hand. A lot of comparisons can be made here. Curious Glimmer Root, where you get some information, but obviously you don't have to guess this one. Chameleos. Kind of a mix. Very priest-like. This is Draconic Operative, but instead of your opponent's deck, it's your opponent's hand. You get lots of information, 3 cards. So if you see like a Cold Blood or Pyroblast or Fireball, you know they'll always have those cards until they play it, right? I like it. I love it. It's not overpowered. Like Draconic Operative was super strong, but it wasn't overpowered, right? I'd say this is just a tiny bit weaker than your traditional Draconic Operative because of the stat line. A 3 mana 3/2 is pretty weak, but you're guaranteed a card and you're guaranteed information. And this is a card from your opponent's deck, and your opponent is generally gonna put good cards in his deck, right? I think it's very strong. Reminds me of Helmmaster Shaw, reminds me of War Druid Lodi, reminds me of Ziliax. Essentially cards that are just great, but not like disgustingly OP. You wouldn't build your deck around this card, right? This card has no synergy. One complaint people can have is it's a little boring because this effect isn't anything new. But the same goes for Archvillain Thief for Farm, right? His ability isn't anything new, we've seen it. But I think it's great. I can see every priest deck running this. You need a little cycle, a little draw. Every priest deck except combo priest, I guess. But even then, it's good stat line. It's value. I like it. 5 stars out of 5. It's gonna be a big fat 5 stars. Next up, we have Reform's Scheme. Is this too big? Yeah, it's not too big. Reform's Scheme. 3 mana. There you go. Reform's Scheme. Let's go from right to left. 3 mana, summon a 1/1/1 imp. And then next turn, it's a 2/2/2 imp. And then next turn, it's a 3/3/3 imp. And the next turn, it's a 4/4/4 imp. 5/5/5 imp. So by turn 7, you can summon 7 7/7s. Nah, I'm kidding. It's the 1/1 imps and then 2 1/1 imps and then 3 1/1 imps and 4 1/1 imps. That would be pretty overpowered. 7 7/7s for 3 mana? No, it's just gonna be all be 1/1s. 1/1 imps are generally pretty useless. What's best case scenario? Best case scenario is you get this turn 1. If you keep in your mulligan and you start second and then it's your turn, it technically becomes a summon 2 1/1 imps on your first turn, right? And next turn it's summon 3 1/1 imps. So best case scenario, I think you coin this out on turn 2 and you get 3 1/1 imps if you want to get as early as possible. It's very much dependent on how good Zoo is, and Zoo recently lost Doomguard as well. Gonna go with my gut feeling. Trash, garbage. A big 0 out of 5. Not much to say. 3 mana is pretty cheap. But I don't think it's good enough to overcome how weak your minions will be. So yeah, a big 0 out of 5 for me. Dog. Next up, we have Omega Low Devastator, who's using the old Omega Defender art. 4 mana, 4/5 Battlecry. If you have 10 mana crystal, deal 10 damage to a minion. Ooh, doggy. Warrior is gonna continue their true reign of power, being the #1 single target removal. This is gonna kill everything but an Ultra Sword. as it should, because nothing should kill an Ultra Sword. Most straightforward comparison, it's a Yeti with an upside. But if you're playing Control Warrior, chances are you're playing Ziliax. Sometimes you can curve this on a 4 into a 5. Between the shield slams and dragon with execute and the two brawls, warrior, Control Warrior probably will still be around. Such a tried and true archetype. I think it's great. I can see Control Warriors running 2 copy of them because they're like king of removal. You're not gonna see this in like Rush Warrior or Aggro Warrior, obviously, but in a Control Warrior deck, this is just really nice. Because unlike the Dragon Thingamabobber, you don't need to be holding a dragon for this, right? This is just going to be a 4 mana, kill something kind of deal. If you're a Control Warrior, you're going to reach turn 10 most of the time. I like it. It's going to be a big 5 out of 5 for me. The mech's just a nice bonus. Because you can discover it with Dr. Boom. Makes it really good to be discovered. Imagine you play Dr. Boom, and the next turn, someone drops a huge threat. Delivery drone, because it's a warrior mech, your chances of discovering this is super high. Is there any other warrior mechs? Not I think. Eternian Rover, right? So, and that thing that summons taunt. So for those who don't know, class card is 300% more likely to be discovered than neutral cards. So because this is a mech and it's a warrior card, if you're Dr. Boom and you use Delivery Drone, your chances of finding this instant removal is really high. Oh yeah, and Beryllium Nullifier. And finally, improve morale, 1 mana. Deal 1 damage to a minion. If it survives, add a lackey your hand. Wait, let me read that again. If it survives, add a lackey your hand. Add a lackey your hand. What's a lackey your hand? You want to know what a lackey your hand is? Add a lackey your hand. 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 We give Blizzard a hard time. This is the first time I've seen them make such a trivial error. I've never, like, sometimes there's consistency issues, like wording issue. I've never seen them literally leave a word out. And yeah, I was surprised when I saw this. If it survives that, like, I think it's a little too situational. The most direct comparison is that Blood to Ichor. Oh right, Blood to Ichor. Remember that card? It's like a 1 mana, deal 1 damage. If it survives, summon a 1/2 slime. People were running Blood to Ichor back in the day. And the lackey cards you get are all really nice too. But they don't exactly fit too well into a Control Warrior's plan. Let me see if I can find the lackeys. So these are the 5 lackeys. These are only the 5 lackeys. So we already know what all the lackeys will be. Oh, it was a 2/2. I don't play Warrior. As you can tell by my 499 win Warrior counter. Like, this is good, right? You don't need to play this in an aggressive deck. This is good too. And this is good. Like, these 3 lackeys can be used pretty well in a slow deck, right? Because you can transform a big minion. You can discover a big spell, a value spell. You can give a big minion rush. Whereas the Faceless Lackey and the Bow Lackey are more suited for a aggressive deck, aggressive style of play. So 3 out of 5 lackeys are also nice. So is it good? Yeah, it's very similar to Blood to Ichor. If you need something to trigger 1 damage, you can play it. Activate Execute, activate the Dragon Execute. Is there any other requirement for damage? Back in the day, we had Sleep with the Fishes, but we don't have that anymore. What do we have besides Execute? Enrage, Devastate, which I don't see anybody run though. Battle Rage, yeah. Yeah, Rot Face is gone, so we don't have that Rot Face combo. You can always just use it with Gromash, the tried and true combo, but you have Inner Rage for that as well. Yeah, this will be my first 3 out of 5. I don't like rating cards in the middle, which is why you see me jump from 5 to 0 and 0 to 5. But this is a very solid middle of the pack card. It might be used. if a deck supports it to set up combos, but that's about it. Can't say much about this card. So I love Omega Devastator. Reform scheme is crap, and I think Madame Lazul is super good. Super good. You'll probably see this in most priest deck unless they can't run it. So big priest obviously can't run this, and combo spell-based priest, resurrect priest can't run it. But if you're playing, well, right now, if you were playing something like control priest, dragon priest, quest priest, you can justify putting Madame Lazul in because it's just value. I like it. I love it. 5 out of 5. 2 5 out of 5s and a 0 out of 5. I can breathe again.
Hey, lights out.